Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Um, Tonight, let's talk about insecurity. Um, I'm really gonna put down on the fact that a cheater cheats because they're insecure. They don't like themselves. They thrive. They crave external validation. They don't. They just need that external validation. Otherwise, to themselves, they think they're a piece of shit. And you want to know what? Let's get into this. You cheaters, the reason you keep doing it is because you won't take the time to actually get to know yourself and fix the things that you fucked up on. The truth is, the reason you cheat on this woman or man that you claim that you love is because you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, you know what you think of yourself. So when you look at your significant other, you wonder why they're with you. Why would they be with me? They're so great. Why would they be with me? So you self-sabotage. And in the process, you hurt a good person. And that's why you continue to do what you're doing. You don't want to do it. You feel like a piece of crap, but it's your comfort zone. 100% your comfort zone. So I suggest you learn how to love yourself. Watch some of the previous videos. Stay tuned for future ones so you can learn how to love yourself, because the honest to God truth is, once you learn to love yourself, you would never hurt another human being that way. You would never do that to somebody that you loved. That's why the person who you do this to is so devastated and destroyed by what you do, because they actually loved you. And here's the difference between you and them. You as in the cheater and them as the non-cheater. The cheater, you don't love yourself. You cannot give something you don't have. Can you give somebody money if you don't have it? Can you give them a ride if you don't have a car? Nope. If you don't have love, how are you going to give it? It's that simple. And the reason it destroyed your significant other, the non-cheater, was because they actually loved you. They had love to give. And you screwed it up. Doesn't mean you can't fix it if they're still around. And they're willing to, wait for you to go through that journey of self-realization and self-love and get into your true authentic self. Then you're one lucky person. If you're not that lucky and your significant other didn't stick around, well, why don't you fix yourself before you hurt more people? Stop thinking of your own selfishness. And that's all it is. You're being selfish because you feel less than. So you have to get your next fix, your next affair, your next anything, just because it gives you a small little moment of feeling like you're great, like you're a good person, like you're awesome. This person that is with you having this affair is totally into me. It's so great to feel this way. You're not feeling that way. You're not feeling that way. You're feeling what they're offering you. You're not feeling that way yourself, because when you're not with that person, do you still feel that way? No, that's why you go out and get another one. That's how it works. That's how it works. So I think that you really need to start looking at yourself. You're hurting yourself, but you're hurting others too. And you may feel bad about it, and sometimes it may cross your mind, and you'll feel bad for a minute. Then you just go get another fix. So then you don't have to feel bad about it anymore, right? That's all you do. Why? I don't have to look at myself. I don't have to do the hard work. Why should I have to look at who I've chosen to be? The one thing my mother always told me. Do you know why there's so many bad people in this world? Because it's easy to be bad. Easiest thing you could ever do to be bad. The hardest thing is to be a good person. But to be a bad person and make bad choices and poor choices, that's easy to do. You don't have to think about that, because right now in this moment, I don't have to think about it. Oh shit, then when I'm done with this moment, oh, I got myself in a mess. And you just keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper in that rabbit hole. So learn to love yourself. Significant others that may still be with them or may not, if you're not with them, do not go back to them until they love themselves. You will learn, after you love yourself again, you will learn that it was never about you. You weren't even thought of. You were out of sight, out of mind. They're like a, they're like a small child or an animal. It's out of sight, it's out of mind. You're not there, they can do what they want. They're not thinking about you on a regular basis. They can't. They don't love themselves, so they can't even think about themselves all the time. Because when they do, they have to go out and do the bad stuff. Once you get back to loving yourself, start paying attention. Start paying attention. You can see within, honestly, a couple of days, talking to somebody on the phone or in text, you can totally see who they are, if they're that way. You can totally see it. I'm sorry, I've got an elderly dog here, and he likes to whine when he wants to go to bed, but he won't go to bed by himself. I have to pick him up and put him in the bed. He's too big, or too fat, and too old to be jumping up there. But he's just little. And he likes... He doesn't care if I'm sleeping or not. He just wants all of us in the bed. So I spend a lot of time in my bed watching TV or doing whatever else that I have to get done, because that's where he wants us. And he's at his life expectancy. I'm still very lucky that he's still here, which I'm grateful for, but he could go at any time. So he gets away with a lot of stuff with me just because of that. But you will be able to, in a couple of conversations or texts with somebody new that you meet, it's really easy to see things that they'll say. So I was talking with one guy, and he was talking about his sister and her fiance, and how his sister pays for everything for the fiance and this and that. And he was like, well, I'm kind of jealous. And then he caught himself and he said, it's kind of wrong for him to be doing that. And I probably should be mad because it is my sister. That wasn't the only thing that was said. There were other little things that were said during conversation. The old me would have totally overlooked it. I'd have heard it. I'm sure that I did. But I would overlook it. I don't do that anymore. Any of those signs, done, I'm out, not who I want to be with. So they weed themselves out pretty quickly once you learn to love yourself and you know what you're looking for. With that said, if you have been cheated on, you have my deepest sympathies. I've been there. My second ex-husband had 13 confirmed affairs, so he pretty much cheated most of our dating and marriage. So I know how it feels. Get to this place, start chasing after your true authentic self, and I can guarantee you that you're not going to ever have to go through that again, because this time you're going to know what to look out for. Those things you overlooked that you didn't realize at the time that you were overlooking, are going to be gigantic. It's going to be like, all of a sudden you'll be talking to this person and you're listening, and all of a sudden something like that slips out of their mouth. And it's like this big neon sign in your head that says, whoop, there it is. And honestly, it's so easy. There are times where I'd like to kick myself in the butt and say, why couldn't you have done this earlier? The hell took you so long to get here? But I get it. With age comes wisdom. I got it. We got to go through doing the dumb stuff in order to get to the wisdom. But anyways, just know I love you. You have my sympathy. You will get through this, and it'll be better on the other side. Trust me. I'm so blessed and so thankful that I didn't stay with the second husband. My life got so much better, and I've grown so much since then. And I don't think that I'd have done any of this if him and I had stayed together. If you are the cheater, watch this video over and over and watch some of the other ones on learning how to love yourself. Stop hurting other people and dragging them down to your miserable level. They don't want to be that far in the rabbit hole with you, and they don't want to keep digging deeper with you. So get your head out of your butt. And guess what? Learn to love yourself. Anyways, that's all I have for you. Night, guys.